Good morning. My name is McGowan. I'm president of the AFL. On behalf of our council, I'd like to welcome all of you to the 48th Constitutional Convention of the Alberta Federation of Labour. Last year our federation celebrated its 100th birthday. And to mark that occasion, we organized dozens of events throughout the year and across the province. We remembered our movement's struggles and we celebrated our victories. It's no exaggeration to say that our predecessors in the labor movement helped create a country that had not existed before. Indeed, could not have existed before were it not for the efforts of ordinary working people working collectively through their unions. They imagined a better world beyond the shop floor. They understood that it wasn't good enough just to look after themselves. They understood that unions had an obligation to look after the interests of all working people. They understood that all working people, union and non-union alike, rise and fall together. Some academics call this social unionism. Unions working for societal change, not just for change in the workplace. Our predecessors in the labor movement probably just called it common sense or the right thing to do. No matter what you call it, it worked. Our vision and our activism didn't just win better contracts for union members, it won a better country for all Canadians. Our values, the labor movement's values, are still Canadian values. The bad news, as you know, is that our governments and our economies are now dominated by people who don't share those values. Our jobs, our wages, our public services have all been laid down to one extent or another for sacrifice on the altar of the free market. In every major country that embraced the rights prescriptions, economic growth slowed down, and what economic growth remained was gobbled up by those at the very top. Wages stagnated or fell for everyone else, including workers in a place as prosperous as Alberta. Some of you may have seen the research that was released about 2 months ago, showing that over the last 20 years here in Alberta, the average wage, when adjusted for inflation, in Edmonton and Calgary didn't progress at all, even though our economy grew at an unprecedented rate. So the pie got bigger, but the slice of that pie that was taken home by ordinary working people remained the same. That's the story in a microcosm of the last 30 years. Growing income equality has in many ways become the defining characteristic of our age. It explains why most Canadian households now need 2 full-time wage earners to maintain a middle-class lifestyle. At the national level, we're 2 years into the Harper Conservatives' first majority government. They didn't really win a majority of votes, not even close. And their policies don't reflect the majority opinion of Canadians on almost any issue. It's clear that unions are not part of the problem. We are the solution. So, so we know what we need to do. In the face of this constant and current onslaught, we need to be champions of working people and the middle class. And just in conclusion, I want to return to the theme for our convention for the week, Unions Stand on Guard for Thee. We've created something incredible in this country. We've created something that we can be proud of. We've created something that changes lives, and we've created something that is worth fighting for. As a result of my experience with this labor movement, this small, scrappy labor movement in Alberta, I am confident that we will rise to the challenges that are in front of us, that we will pool our resources, we'll pool our energy, we'll focus our energy and our people power to do exactly what we're talking about here, which is standing on guard for the Canada that we've built and the Canada that Canadians still cherish. So thank you very much, and let's have a great convention.